Scandinavian. No matter the broken speech pattern, the rhyme is amazing. And to tell you the truth, I'm not multilingual, just a cunning linguist. Bob your head, nod, break your neck when I speak this. Hyperbole laced with venom, face the ending. If your intentions are attacks in it, you should be defending. Not to mention the squadron I need and call upon. I face a million before I'm willing to have another man attempt to kill one. It's not a drill, but just should have practiced. We sour patch kids, spit grease and leave mics hard to grip just like a cactus. Liquefy your whole and devour you like arachnids. You're just a snack before the appetizers, and with your full force couldn't satisfy minuscule appetites, kid. I'm not nice on mics, I'm very to the nth degree, so mention me in comparison. Your garrison can't compete. Certain defeat if you face me as an enemy.
Always, yeah. Formula abstract. Always, yeah. Always. Busting them rhymes every day. When I started rapping, it's like God started crushing the atmospheres, then the earth started collapsing. From the right side of the hemispheric pressure, from my lips starts the movement. I can spit it out and out of my skeleton and leave. I don't wanna spit it into the world, but you believe it. I bust so many freestyles inside the atmosphere that God smiles back at me when my soul is clear. See, I have a hit list for the afterbirth. I've been rocking my style since past masters of the universe. Before House Clan with BC and Black Dove. You know what we do in San Diego, walk around the streets like a bully inside Clockwork Orange and get much love. Yeah, ultraviolet radiation, interrogation. I would serenade a fucking police station with a Molotov cocktail and control your cell when I bust this shit. From Miguel Leon, styles and traveling, I know rap, but step beyond. Yeah, the devil and God is on my shoulder. I'm waiting for the end of the time, you're waiting for Jehovah. Time on the end of the clock, 2012, the game is over. You can see it going while you're running through your Range Rover. The city looks so pretty, it's such a pity. When a nuclear bomb hits, the shit looks shitty.
Convicted of false representation, the vessel that's faking, eventual evasion, correction, decadence, detected, containment, contaminated, contagious, do a duplication, duration, parading around the pavement, following already paved steps that create death as an individual with the peripheral blinded by the digital dose, infinite but flows, uplifting with fold scripts from the scroll, existing control, get pimped by the hoes, living alone, surrounded and drowning disparity, perishing unaware of the parody portrayed for a temporary wage, losing value every day until discarded and thrown away, useless amusement room with the fluency, fabricated formulations, ferocious foolery, assuming we play the same position, convey the same opinion, but my main aim isn't fame in the eyes of a vain description, digging deeper into the distance, unattained visions, imprison a consistent system with the pain can detain dominions, we break free from the chains and create change, so listen. Most rappers are whack rappers at they shows. I don't clap, I just laugh at them. They want action, pretending to be me. Doc Z, but biters can't copy even if they Xerox me. Switch the style up, switch shoes so they can't run a mile in my kicks. While everybody spit the same shit. Robot copies, biomechanical machines with people faces. Be careful these days, snakes have two faces. Stay laced, keep a screw face and your wallet in your front pocket. If clothes catch you slipping, they'll probably profit. So I keep an AKA for my alias to keep toys from imitating Javier, Javier, J Holla, Dr. Zarkov to the space degree, blatantly destroy biters like it's the 80s and you couldn't rock a mic with someone else's Swayze. Are you crazy?
Burn all forms of identification if you feel the need to, no matter where you are on the planet, they can see you. Burn all forms of identification if you feel the need to, no matter where they are on the planet, we can see you.
B-boy badass, nope, you can't handle us. Destroy crabgrass, breathe the cannabis, cannonball. I'm a camera, y'all, making Kodak moments for my opponents. Flashbulb blind them, feel the squeeze. Cash bulb, I'm in, yell out cheese. Cheese, oh Friday, he's so fly, they want to clone him out the bottle to replicate this making model. Ogle, eyeball me, she, he, P, we's can't see me. Please tease them, tangle, hit the angles, breathing, speaking with the angels. Mangle, mashed up, mix the muse with my ID so you don't confuse.
to come out your apartment and see every fucking tenant's identity looking exactly like you. Yeah, you'll flip what?
They found out my DNA secret recipe. Is that what you're telling me?
What you think, fool? Entire entities being stolen.
Who the hell's controlling?
I'm beyond controlling. Biters keep their jaws swollen. Originality keeps rolling. I have given a new dimension. Confusion you used to who's playing games. Something to be studied in the unexplained. For the reason that no one has always been open. Here I've only been able to invite the side of meaning that permits us to realize what motherfucking frequency we are on one poison.
Burn all forms of identification if you feel the need to, no matter where you are on the planet, they can see you. Burn all forms of identification if you feel the need to, no matter where they are on the planet, we can see you.
A surreal electric field frying you into tracks, injecting voltage max, leaving cracks in the core of the earth from impact. Syntax, unbearable, terrible torture trap. Pause of skeletal remains, remember forever past. Burn embers in ash, burial's miracle mask, unbearably bold blast. So fast, no thoughts utilize. The echoing cries with no disguise, defy by the lies that blind belief. Sees justice amongst its emotion, flushing frontier. Identical opposites appear, holding caution within fear. Fabricated identities that hide what's really real. Fables that remain stable and able to find a clear chance to advance past repercussion, love and betrayal. And nail in the coffin, a scene from heaven and hell. Coincide to collide and provide your next meal.
How could you ever think you could defeat someone comprised of the DNA patterns of Storm Shadow with snake eyes? Retreat, back to your trouble bubble, back to your hyperbolic chamber. Cryogenically Cobra command your ranks. As a stranger, give thanks. As a brain in a jar, gray matter far from hard, temporarily banned and barred. Far from the context, what's next? Too much for you to face, nevertheless. We flip it on some simple shit, just because we're looking out for your best interest, bitch. Situations, debris and dust, equations often involving the wrath. Taking a rusty razor blade bloodbath while ordering trusty tailor-made drugs fast. There is no violence, only justice. What's this? A newcomer with no clue as to who came before you. Pay your respect where respect is due.
You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show is like a bunch of noise. You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show sounds like a bunch of noise.
I take investigative attention and setting out of oppression. Never to fear appearing peasants, polluted, deluded, desolate. My energy effortless, executing element. Penmanship, peddling passion, forgotten shadow. And the chapel of tears, I appear rearranging the light of reality. Happened before only open doors of the temples with my family. Encountering integration until you've been faced with unbearable pain. You don't realize the cause of your hate. Newfound glory, the stories of every day. Desensitized zombies, always in shades of gray. My gamma rays blazing light, permanent flame. Eternal ignite in flight to find a prey. Animal evolution, gotta put food on my plate. Collect your props and get lost in illuminated illusion. The bones in front of your face, your teeth break when you bite into it. Foolish fantasy like you're the man to be a monster. Unstoppable force and conquered.
You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show is like a bunch of noise. You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show sounds like a bunch of noise.
Untie the knot and let the rigging loose. Needed help over the wall but didn't get a boost. Broke every stone from the masons when I weave the lines. Haven't found a follower that I wanna leave behind. My world crashed, spinning back to redeem the time. Touched it and then it erupted right between the lines. I bang my head against the wall till I'm feeling fine. I'm in the sky with a net trying to steal shine. Save the day for the play or an acting job. Everybody at times is a tag along. A lot of people lose wars with the battles wrong. And every stream seems to weave through Babylon. I grip the paddle strong, heard the waves are choppy here. Vested in interest that'll let me die a martyr still. Don't complain about the pain, it's way okay. Give up control, I promise you'll be a-okay. We mold together but don't hold as the seconds pass. Let the essence of forever, you will never last.
You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show is like a bunch of noise. You never followed every groove of a record. You haven't learned to project your voice. You've talked a lot but never proved that you're better. Your live show sounds like a bunch of noise.
But the audio architect, abstract, abnormal, anonymous, obvious, operative threat to the populace, cyber metropolis. Got the prescription, but what was the cause of this outbreak? Artificial, automated societies now wait. Eager retrievers, consumers, believers, the heat of destruction. Disorder, dishonor, corruption. Capitalized consumption. Categorized circumference. United, indict, and bloodshed. This is the conditions, it's victims relentless. Get to the mind before you're an infant. You grow up to find that the world is much different. Or you stay blind and become conditioned. I know when your mind is in submission. My syndicates past predicaments of ignorant middlemen, chiseling dividends, living by killing the innocent, venomous nemesis, peddling devilish sediment, sense of the evidence, central intelligence, temperament, tenements, murderous medicine provided by presidents, delegate training, tremendous, creating horrendous. Your brain's been infected and can't be corrected unless inspected by the doctors. Sentiments, menaces, leaving you trembling, meddling, losing posture. Misinformed, manipulated, mutation by invasions of agents who conquer, destroy to employ the monster, manufacturer, attacker, stalker, servant of the serpent, merger, submerged on the verge of being slaughtered. Republic, reptilian regiments, leaving you hungry for every last dollar. Victimize and hypnotize the sickness inside your water. Nutrients blacklisted because they don't want to see you get stronger. The end and beginning transcended to chilling, eventually killing its clockwork. You're either the prey or the predator, the editor or the author. I'm the man who installed the vision inside your brain before you're a goner.
Coding, chemical carbonation, smoking, cynical suffocation, trapped in a world of abomination. Nobody safe when the mobs are waiting to chaos. What are they on?
Artificial enhancement, intoxicated by static, the murder within the madness.
Assault and battery, shattering, scramble your mind in my atmosphere. Words are traveling, channeling damage across the hemisphere. Always accurate, rappers immaculate, elements, stereo, stilo, elegant, gentleman, studio etiquette. Formula, alien, veteran, killer, a giant, side with a lion, slamming your ass in a pile of broken appliance. You couldn't survive this mechanism, mechanical, nuclear riot, going against the system. One of the livest, listen, I'm leading the charge, burning your hideaway barns, bombing your central intelligence agents. All of your stations fall into ruins because of my phrases. Spitting amazing fluid flows, flipping when facing silly foes, forever fighting with force, population controlling the courts. War, my people that try to enforce the same cats you send into war. Fuckers are getting it twisted and more. This is the mission to settle the score. Power the pistols and fire the torch, seeking destroying these devils that coming together and got a vendetta. The battle, the better contender, it's evident that obvious surrender. Pay dues to the trendsetter, murder my enemies, all an agenda. Mentally melting and mushing your brain in a batter. You couldn't compute this data, matter of fact. What is this NASA at? A master that spitted that abstract attack. Attacking your government staff. Coding, chemical carbonation, smoking, cynical suffocation, trapped in a world of abomination. Nobody safe when the mobs are waiting to chaos. What are they on?
Artificial enhancement, intoxicated by static, the murder within the madness.
Coding, chemical carbonation, smoking, cynical suffocation, trapped in a world of abomination. Nobody safe when the mobs are waiting to chaos. What are they on?
Artificial enhancement, intoxicated by static, the murder within the madness.
Havoc, magic, mushrooms. Me, I'm an addict, avid, plush tunes. Ooh, I'm addict, grab it, rush, zoom. Who's he the static? Had it, crush, poof. Pitch pennies, many men count facts. I pity them, I'd rather count stacks. Count black, count back. 1, 2, count off my raps. Hats off, not soft, I'm back. Hard hat, how hard is that? Fat cats, bigger fish indeed. Black back, harder swim the sea. Mermaids like swim with me. Hike in, my friend, you'll see.
Feel the electricity, shock therapy, a lifetime off the mic line, high energy. Feel the electricity, shock therapy, rock a lifetime off the mic line, high energy. It's the pale in my comparison, embarrassing, cause the next is out flaring the competition with incompetent friction, like repetitions of the circumference, referring to the difference, interrupting functions with the dumbest. I'm an artist, spitting the mouth of madness on the canvas, harnessing the passion from every angle, put together then dismantled, get them mangled, strangled off the lines, intertwined and unidentified, rectified in the image of my inner mind with a million signs, outlined by blinding light. Your vision's black and white, but the graphics tight. Your sight is magnified through a microscope with the distance of a telescope. My purest provoke your ego, alluring your intelligence, introducing the most irrelevant introspect. Feel the electricity, shock therapy, a lifetime off the mic line, high energy. Feel the electricity, shock therapy, rock a lifetime off the mic line, high energy.
toss a scene drifting deep inside of the clouds at terminal velocity, nauseously effective. Detectives study the clues to only be misdirected, connecting the dots to see parallel dimensions. Suspended by gravity, artificial calories to throw you off your balance beam. Captivating captivity, instantly interrupting internally until it bleeds. Vicious cycle of suffering, sequentially into the end will be the beginning. Transcending towards infinity, chemically changing composition, rearranging on a different dominion of divinity. A mystery unsolved, like how the planet revolves. Only scientific theories can provide the reason of the cause. Deepest detail explanation incomparable to education. Flying over your head, if you don't see it, you don't say shit. Infatuations with falsified accusations, giving your enemy admiration.
Feel the electricity, shock therapy, a lifetime off the mic line, high energy. Feel the electricity, shock therapy, rock a lifetime off the mic line, high energy. High energy, high energy, high energy, high energy, high energy, high energy, high energy.
Waiting for these motherfuckers.
Μεταμορφώθηκε η πόλη. Ζήτω τα χειρότερα της. Και εδώ και χρόνια λέμε φτάσαμε στο βάθο και η επόμενη χρονιά μας βγάζει σέφτες.
Yeah, that's what I said, man.
Για να δούμε θα φτάσουμε.
Laughing at cybernetics symmetry, humans and robots, stem cell interlocked in your genetic memory. I arrive at the farthest realm of astral projected thought. Silent lullabies and screams extracted from reverse engineered chemistry. Exchanging your flesh for a lifeless eternity. Journey through the circuitry of an empty NPC. Computer screen frequency, third dimensional sound wave, warp speed, drum machine. A higher transmission of digital art forms, destroying the existence of analog audio process.
This is how we rock sick shit. Don't you tell me what to do. Programmed to move vessels, haul ass, yes, cutlass. Gears up here on Chuko chain link, steer wheel, ride till they fall off and after. Hit the switch, spread its wings, slow us down. Release pressure, I'm back so soon. What's up, far from home, homeboy? Better get a circle of exiles.
Humans formulated in hibernation, isolated communion, reaching out expressively, physically invisible, camouflage and digital, aboriginal ancestry, uncontrolled populace, break from the androgynous, apocalyptic consciousness, uncontrolled substance, mystery of the madness, underground inhabitants, blind myself from outer chaos, destructive dismal labyrinth.
Plastic people feeding death from hands that's lethal. Fighting the inner ego war to figure out who's equal. Who helps you define the boundaries of good and evil? Picking rotten apples off the tree of life. The human brain's a scarabeo. Make a John Dillinger withdraw from the World Bank. Outer space is infinite. How big is your fish tank? Smoking mirrors, mental perceptions. Climbing the walls of sanity in 7 seconds. Pick up a drum machine and throw it across the crater records. I watch you free fall like building 7 on 9/11.
Up in and banned from society, lost in a feels as if flying through a tunnel as the world passes, we leave you behind. Bigger fish with 2 eyes, 2 fried, 2 9. Can you identify the move? Rude boy 4-7, shaking hands with ghetto extraterrestrial. Something like a special place for ya.
Freedom unformulated, algebraic equation, unsolved mysteries, secrets of the sacred, keeping it in the family, social coordination, open bar auditorium, a meeting of 3 aliens, centrifugal forces, planetary radiance, humans inherit laziness, we show gods to the atheists, although they cannot take it in mental capacity overload, we found the chain out breaking it, humankind comatose. Hazardous humanoids, it's either them or you destroyed. Exterminate, simple slaughter, vertebrate monster, metamechanical warlord, weapons of destruction. The horrid torture chamber contains my anger and consumption. Explosive, corrosive combustion, chemically bubbling, intoxicating, toxic, creating something disgusting. A creature born from experimental production by the formula's functions. It's alive, the enemy's right in front of us. With flows like row of magnitude, bring lightning and the thunder's touch. Hurricane, tornadoes, volcanoes, earthquakes, and rainbows. The devil deceived the angel into borrowing his halo. Also altering your perception of accepting them as the same mold. Person in which you listen, your attractions can be fatal. Reality turns to fantasy, your anatomy is unstable. Balancing unable, operating incapable. My level is unattainable, light years beyond the frames exposed.
We strike through your headphones, dismantle and crack domes, demolish, collapse clones, atomic syntax, crash. The radiation has now been spread. We strike through your headphones, dismantle and crack domes, demolish, collapse clones, atomic syntax, crash. The radiation has now been spread. Nocturnal arsonist, allergic to sunlight, zombies zoning at night, poisonous, deadly, frostbite, glycerin, nitrous oxide, whistling, pipe sizzling, fright mirror in your block, streaking tracks, Michelin chaos, you hear whispering, voices chanting a seance, the music plays on during destruction, endurance level adjustment, increasing your heart rate's percussion, escaping the abduction from something unhuman, cracks in the floorboard, shadows moving, attacking with full force, my mouth is oozing, full moony werewolf, fire breathing, blowtorch fuses, the optical illusion that became true then, causing your life's conclusions, concussions, cracked skulls and artery eruptions, artillery massive, Mr. Modo production, my formula flows disgusting, spitting digital abstract discussion, syllable analytical, psychiatrist, psychological, audio mind trip, if I flip, cardio spine rip, formula dissect and both of your eyes snip,
the mystical ritual, visual, literal, mineral mind design, critical physical force, invisible source, collisions ignite, conditions of fright, the mission to strike, conquer, destroy the enemy with explosive focus, recipes is the formula to everything, the mystical ritual, visual, literal, mineral mind design, critical physical force, invisible source, collisions ignite, conditions of fright, the mission to strike, conquer, destroy the enemy with explosive focus, recipes is a formula to everything, unstoppable detonation, a missile without location, an obvious observation, the optical operation, the chemical concentration, decomposing your congregation, radioactive space to protect from alteration, alternative computation beyond your confrontation, mental steel armor, spaceship for transportation, master of madness, composing the constellations, chemical compounds, toxic intoxication, analog arsonist, audio autopsy, arch nemesis of several carbon copies, sleepwalking zombies embody a golly galaxies, reptilian demons with personal problems balancing, challenge me to see what it feels to be the casualty, triple vision, incision, laser beam, analogy, architect direct, gigantic formula family, program your mind by refining your personality, remote control, hold on your soul from different galaxies, California, France, we connect to cause catastrophe.
We strike through your headphones, dismantle and crack domes, demolish, collapse clones, atomic syntax, crash. The radiation has now been spread. We strike through your headphones, dismantle and crack domes, demolish, collapse clones, atomic syntax. Mentally stimulated and verbally formulated, suspense in your soul sedated. I'm ginseng inside the cadence, convince you to buy the latest. The formula spit the greatest, absorb me when dilated. Your defense gets modulated, invaded the brain, delayed, erasing a face erases. The hatred in every mason, a zombie against the nation, that poison in generations. The void left with his space to document that equations. A combination of toxins, I waited and not watching, and spread a disease talking, infectious release. Coughing without antibiotics, eventually lie and vomit, die during performance, storm chasing enormous, adjacent subtract division, axe murder and henchman. The last words that you listen will be the sound of holistic, terrific track ripping, explicit element kicking. Your shit is insufficient, it lacks support system, attacking abort mission. The demons are now risen, the evil that lies within, the people that buy into the bullshit that you preach.
The mystical ritual, visual, literal, mineral mind design, critical physical force, invisible source, collisions ignite, conditions of fright, the mission to strike, conquer, destroy the enemy with explosive focus, recipes is the formula to everything, the mystical ritual, visual, literal, mineral mind design, critical physical force, invisible source, collisions ignite, conditions of fright, the mission to strike, conquer, destroy the enemy with explosive focus, recipes is a formula to everything.
Clairvoyant, cannabinoid anointed, self-appointed soldier, holder of a soul older than dark matter. Part chatter with words elegant like Moses' proses. Rid CMCs, 33 degrees, you know the deal. Hold a steel mic tight, vice city grip, nice titty chick. Really hip like fixed gears, Ray Bans and black bands. Barely buzzed off 6 beers, empty tall metal cans. Cried enough tears to fill a river, drinking enough beers to kill my liver. But I'm still here delivering rhymes, leave you shivering like you caught DTs from lyrical feces flingers. I'm peace like 2 fingers, Middle East like Chicago, San Diablo to San Pablo. Wild style, archaeological fossil digger. As the world turns, the oil burns, the light glows dimmer. Feel my heart turn colder, watch the weight grow bigger. Gotta carry it on for the ones that are gone, keep the bowl cherry lit. Mirror to the microphone, so when I die, you can bury it.
Dark forces operate, placate pockets and denigrate the masses. Daily business, she people cannot bear witness. Is it scripture or maybe just a man out to get ya? 50 shots, body drops, judgeless off the cops. Counter surveillance department, budget larger than Vegas. Praying to the preacher, God save us. Unknown neighbors, dry stitching to save favors. Change faces, back to the basement just to escape this white Jesus. Blind teachers with tunnel vision and no replacement. Operation Tragic Kingdom, declare war on the enemy, only to change sides like Warp the Klingon, killing your own kind. Genocide, old men send the young to die to preserve the ways of their golden age in time. Non-conformist, rap enormous every single time.
No limits, folks slide to kick it. Them punchlines are limericks, stolen specifics. Bankrolling the critics, DJs that spin this. Peep the forensics or be sheeps to the pen tip. Primitive recipes created a legacy. Extra beef means extra cheese. Steady beats mixed with misfit melodies. I match climaxes, dynamics and tactics. Mass elaborate, can't see past grim flashes. Cupboards, cabinets, basket cases. Rabbitives, captives, acts abrasive. Retroactive traces of sorrow mixed with chaos. The most basic instinct. The band plays on even while the ship sinks. Remember the torch we carry. Gotta be real savvy. It's the middle of medieval times. People will eat you alive, family.
The force beside you can confine you, visually blind you, structurally define you. Continual misery, mystery, viciously searching for the answer. Unable to comprehend disaster, a lantern leaving no light, seeming sight might be misleading. My stomach eating itself, tear-stained faces, corresponding grave pits, overtaken by the complacent criminal. An individual with nothing left to live for, firing mindless mutiny, community of cannibalistic voyeurs, following orders from their supporters. No sense of personal pride, dispersed, disguised disorder, torture, permanent pain and pressure. No effort could erase absent-minded daydream, forgetting time and space, speaking in circles, ending up in the same state. Circulation till termination, murder cases, arraignment of the aimless who provide the pain no penalty would justify. Shooting stars that symbolize he's watching from the sky.
Worldwide terrorism, heads biting me like they're into cannibalism. I'm sick of the plagiarism. I'm on a mission, no prisoners attached. Disorderly fash, I don't chase cash. Cash chase me, you rappers don't wanna face me. Better stay seated when I'm greeted disrespectfully. Unruly MCs bumping gums, belly aching, needing tums. No crumbs, big chunks already set. Private jet lag syndrome, kingdom come. Move mentality, reality glorifier with modifier. Spitting heat like a volcano. Halo 4 flow, heavy cargo. Low pro like a stingray. Avoiding the he say, she say. Day to day grinding intact like a perfect procedure. I gotta stop now cause my pen's about to have a seizure.
I told the masses I have to kill them with gases, and the story of past will continue to be unknown. I'm the king of solitude and secrets of a throne, only known by few who continue to follow a code I wrote in Sanskrit, encrypted by ancient mummies who planted it, debriefed by the chief before the council equipped. Chosen is the few to live a circle of trust. I am the oath of a priest with a resistance to lust, and ashes is the fastest way to force a speaker to hush. I got the word of God's maker as the agent of touch, heavy in the mystical, a critical brain, forms of mathematics and biological strains, feeling like a freak with control of a lab, concoctions made of liquid time as the sciencey labs, trapped in the web made of poisonous venom. My existence is the fear that intertwines with its end. Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred. Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred. I quietly approach through a thick cloud of smoke, invisible to the eye but mentally taking control. I could use a populace as puppets, get in the mind, spit out the soul, pulling strings, creating melodies hypnotically in the zone. Global domination, observations of a wasteland, competition, obsolete theories of an escape plan, schemes to redeem dreams by any means of creation, planted seeds turning leaves into fruit-bearing trees, sustenance to grow on, so strong, unstoppable, unpredictable evolution. The crystal ball cannot expose, watch what we concoct, transform into a pot of gold, building a stable foundation, undroppable on top of you. A lot of you ain't got a clue, closed-minded and blinded, a product of your environment, horrified by enlightenment, loose cannons uncontrollably, explosively firing, in fear of confronting the higher sense that we provided them. Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred. Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred.
Yellow birds chirping with stars circling, flat on your feet, EMT steady working, smelling salts after all the time and the talk. Don't bite, the flow is worse than biting asphalt. Okay, let's get back to the nitty gritty quickly. These the big leagues, not sex in the city. It ain't pretty, proceed at your own risk. Roads rocky, go to your corner, drink a risk. God-given gift, gotta give respect where it's due. Degenerates keep trying to infiltrate the crew. Can't have that, pull your mask back, show your face. Them CDs should come with trash bags in the case. Wait, how'd you get here in the first place? Snakes slipping through the cracks in the gate. Research the options, doctrines, get second opinions, cause you're about to crash, dummy, head on collision.
Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred. Quiet is kept, underground operations. The service is top secret, agents with information. My mind is the temple, my listeners congregation. The poetry's the prayers for speaking, keeping the sacred.
Just a little lower, live underneath your radar. Learn the thick skin benefits if you play hard. Learn to keep a secret quiet, kept. I introvert myself, doing it alone like I've never even heard of help. No white flags, no surrendering or quitting. No regrets, flip side, no forgiving. Living in an instant minute flash before my optical. Go through life with blinders, sideline the obstacles. I'm beneath all this petty fucking underground. I own the land, what the fuck will Alice wonder now? Better find a bunker and try to hunker down. An underpaid circus has no room for another clown. Simply put up with the all inside of awesome, while mainstream rap puts the flaw inside of flossing. But all of us put the listen in your ear. It's been too long, but we're here, we're here.
Space aliens with their phasers on stun, turn to kill when they face Homo sapiens. Fake atheists with the faith in the most heinous shit. When it hit the fan, they begin to fathom reality, life, and the establishment. Here comes the revolution. Soldiers with orders cross borders and kill babies. Return home heroes and maybe there's a God, but I don't think so. Cause if so, life would be just so. But we got city cops with their Glocks unholstered, shoot to kill, ask questions when it's over. Fuck the invasion. 2% rule the population, and I ain't rich, so why should I be gracious? Modern enslavement, stock markets fall, see all your money dissolve. I stuff the mattress, it's hard to capture. I got the vision to spit the rapture. Secret agencies with contingencies and plans to stay underground, to endure the worst circumstance. To be created, we created this matrix. Upset we can't escape it. Apocalyptic prophets be salvation on TV, and I'm a sinner, but what's the fuss? I'm just trying to be me, the best potential, but they rather cookie cut a clone to populate and keep it confidential. A puzzle don't work with same pieces. I throw feces, hoping to stick. Know when I spit the philosophy of Doc Z. I promise I'll be on other shit.
I'm giving sight to the blind with every poetical line. Indefinite predicate, veteran methods and elements. Medicine, meddling with your mind. Epidemic enzymes, blessed by biohazardous development. Correction to perfectly working connections. Fixing something I've broken. Choking on thoughts unexpressed to avoid the death of peace. Sleep to awaken to realities and one belief. Enslaved, free to flee for capture. Contradictory victory, will it be the last war? You administrate the figure eight until it gets on your last nerve. Reciprocate the bitter taste of the cycle gains its stature. Kindle the ignorance and difference with no answer, no chance for a conclusion, never-ending negative power following you in your footsteps. Nobody cares about your hood rep cadet. Teach a lesson and life remain irrelevant. Behind our time ahead of bliss, a generous loss to gain. A chain reaction venomous and descending to torture pain. I sustain the sequence while transforming weakness to strength. You devils can't get rid of me, my flesh is just my cage. I intersect with the spirit and grace. You might travel the path of righteousness but get popped in the face. Hypocritical habitat, mad with a happy face. Gotta please these customers or I'll be a broken basket case. And better off for those bastards who always had to hate. Wishing to see my downfall cause I don't sound like what y'all play. California carriage hills, barrel filled. Aim, release, reload, cultivate elevated skills. I style like a pile of foul feces while you bow down to surround sound that'll drown you clowns easily. When I turn it upside down, your world will literally come crashing. Obliterated, incinerated, humiliated for masking. Attempts to reinvent ingredients, everlasting. Intense experience, experiments. Artistic intelligence, immense, spit retarded. Autistic, linguistic, lyricist. Sadistic twist that thinks your name upon the grim reaper's list. The devil is a shameless, unconvincible angel. Impossible to calculate the chaos of anger. Cowards kill prophets, but the message remains pure. You can never steal the essence with a gun. Rest in power, R.I.P. Mode 1. An ordinary obstruction, conducting corruption. A masculine mirror reflection projected by the devil. Deviant treated this torture with disorder through deadly intentions. Invading and evading, hating, premeditating the murder. Observer operating much further than fighting and forgetting. Letting your ego get crushed, reacting with weapons. Wisdom non-existent, malicious, vicious vengeance. Verify your terrified, paralyzed perception. Aggressive arrogance presented by the intercepted. No blessings and prayers can revive the life presented. Only 27, too soon to make an exit. Tragic termination, a payment from a peasant. Priceless and left lifeless, the righteous rejected. Though the spiritual form will always stay connected.
Rhyme splendid, mind demented, to lines cemented in headstones and remembered. I'll dismember any contender or challenger to the mic stand. Rest in peace, Moderfire One. Rhyme splendid, mind demented, to lines cemented in headstones and remembered. I'll dismember any contender or challenger to the mic stand. Rest in peace, Moderfire One.
Your faith's misplaced, apes escape the gates. Tip-top, ship-shape, mixtape, biz rates. In-state, butane, flame landscapes. No room, get pancake, they plan wait. And make time disintegrate. Art imitates life, he's pays the pen scrapes, value shit inflates. Cash crash the mic, let there's an open invite, not tight. Deep pockets, knife, these spotlight. Street in the name like a cane, it's super lame. Use your brain, stop worshiping Joe Smos and plain Janes. Face double-sided when trouble rises, covers and compromise, life's full of surprises. It'd be wise to see life through a wide lens. Move, rest in peace, but he's not silenced.
Migrations, libations, and fly nations. Minds vacant, adjacent to bricks. Disguise space with young and wayward children. Search for lost saviors. Sky rising prices, salaries that can't pay some. Maintaining complacent in spots I was raised in. Same shit, different toilet. I ain't complaining. Revolution simply circulate the axis of rotation. One man buried, don't worry, it's a baby being born, but I'm torn by the heart and mental. I stay blazing, pray to the Savior. Light of Vega and recite Catholicism. The catechism was rejected then, now I hope he still listen. I do miss him, and since then it feels like I stopped existing. Every day wake, another Groundhog Day vision.
Mind splendid, mind demented, to line cemented in headstones and remembered. I'll dismember any contender or challenger to the mic stand. Rest in peace, Moderfire One. Mind splendid, mind demented, to line cemented in headstones and remembered. I'll dismember any contender or challenger to the mic stand. Rest in peace, Moderfire One.
Motor, oscillate, destroy, enter revolution. Manage, operate, devastate, enduring ruin. Manipulate on dime, every rhyme mechanical. Opening doors, entering, reaching mandibles. Options, decisions, evil, reality. Music, obligate, defense, enduring, rallying. Man, oh damn, eventually redeem mutiny. Organized defiance, enveloped road musically. Overdone, ending, really? Modify your existence inside the city. Rise in power, respectfully innovate. Penetrate, resolve internal problems, renovate. Impetuous perseverance, rhyme intricate. Perfected, recreate. Imagine penmanship. MODERRIP. We spell it out for you, let the soul fly free.
Modifier can never get put out. He stays lit forever and ages. To leave the crowd stunned in amazement. To rip the mic hung in the basement. He was the bravest MC for most courageous. The greatest tongue to ever spit the hip-hop language. Speaking the truth to the booth communication. Seeking to inspire the youth across the nation. He had the patience to make self-modifications. A hero to add a life for generations. Saved my life, I almost died from coke addiction. The angel Miguel, I'll always miss him. Though I know it's here, near, in spirit. Drying my tears to help me see the clearest.
Off fucking faces with this mayhem. Words are more powerful than any weapon. Stressful when it penetrates. This is real hip hop, homie. Works in cycles, spinning, rotating, 365, 24/7. Stove living in wires, electric. Can't measure it with metric meters. Cold heat turning the heaters. Rinse release from the cannon weapon. Drop them and keep stepping. Encrypted like knowledge into your spinal. Soak it in like acid. Rarity melodies, chemical infesto. Read my manifesto. Mustard gas bombs. Chemical Ali, don't steer out your lane. They zapped out your third eye like David Blaine. These cows can't think for themselves. They got grinded up in the grind. Get vetoed, votes don't count. Killing by warmongers. Dollar our brain flesh with signals. Incoherent, 3-second memory to these fucking guppies.
Be a witness to my metamorphosis. Transitional, unorthodox techniques, not traditional. I'm planning an escape out the physical cell into the spiritual realm. I'm a researcher, analyze the precursor. Quest for my higher self, see further beyond the limits of the naked eye. Recover knowledge from a sacred time. Fire simultaneous, illuminate the radius. Code name infidel, no shame. Give them hell, brief and intel. Telepathic signs, remote viewers read my mind. Significant fine, definition not defined. The most dangerous con man. There's no telling what could happen if my intelligence fell into the wrong hands. Hypnotic therapy and meditation. Fall asleep, I'm falling deep into temptation. The modern man denied citizenship in the sovereign land.
Solidified savage approach on the situation. To live or die, that is awoken the stimulation. Infinite tries apply, provoking the simulation. I get high and wonder why you're focused my lies will only lead to humiliation, followed by a quick dosage of devastation, eventually following the lines of annihilation. Confirmation stuck, struck out by a violation. Doctors puzzled at the condition of a prior patient. If you take the time to listen, you'll find it's a minor agent with enough energy to blow up an entire nation. Now's the perfect time to pray to whatever God you're praising. Killing mics, the feeling is so amazing. Competition, not truly seeing what they really facing. It's too late. By the time they figure it out, it's unexpected. No time to be embracing it.
We construct, we build this from nothing. Encompasses sudden eruption conductions. Touching abundance redundantly under these governing miseries. Dictators, correlators, key players, competition and danger, anger, stranger than fiction, imprisonment, contained, regulated, administered, regularly restrained, drained to oppose the nemesis, ignoring ignorance, obvious, evident eminence, giving praise, congregated cultivations, culminations, orientations, specialists of separation, segregation, renovation, fictitious, religious mischief, misfits, sadistic, disguised, devised by the system, symmetrically positioned, servants, serpents with snakeskin, matrix modulation, surrealistic visions, psychedelic, cerebral sequel, evil affiliations, liberation through conformity, abnormally, morbidly, forcefully fed a fantasy through dietary supplements, artificially preserved, reserved recipes kept secret cause the ingredients could be the death of me, dying by digesting the poison that they inject in me.